Do you believe that? It's not about the money?
What I'm calling disaster capitalism.
So let's see if we can develop a better understanding of capitalism.
Capitalism has been in the world for hundreds of years. In the last video we talked about the evolution of capitalism. Today you often hear about how capitalism transformed the world. Poverty rates had fallen and living standards increased. But today we'll talk about the darker side of the story, the dark reality of capitalism. Rising socioeconomic inequalities, overconsumption of stuff, high obesity rates, and for I forget, monopolies. In this video, let us look at what exactly is going on here. Is capitalism a boon or curse to this world? And the only thing you should remember is that every coin has two sides. Innovation. What we could not achieve in the last 2000 years had been done in the past 200. The Industrial Revolution in the 1800s and the Tech Revolution of the late 20th century have transformed humanity like never before. We built the steam engine and man stepped on the moon. But you know why this all happened? Competition. Had there not been a Cold War between America and the Soviet Union, there would not have existed a space race, and we might not have discovered space in the speed that we did. During the tech boom in the late 1990s, if companies like Apple and Microsoft would not compete against each other, forming the largest tech rivalry, many interesting features that you use today might not have been invented. Innovation is a byproduct of competition. When two parties compete, they have an urge to become better than one another, and so innovation takes place. The living standards have become more better, poverty fell, life expectancy saw a drastic upward trend. But as I said, there are two sides to every coin. Environmental destruction. Humans are destroying this planet at a very rapid pace. Climate change and global warming raises a concern for the survival of human beings. But these companies and these multinational corporations, they do not care about the environment, they care about their profits. On one hand, you have plenty of options for the same product, so you know what fits you or what simply is a good choice for you. The device on which you are watching this video, you had hundreds of more options in the market, but you decided to purchase this mobile because that's a good fit for you. The clothes that you are wearing, you had a million more options to buy from, but you chose this because that fits your style. But there is a darker side to this coin. Almost every company in this world will make you feel like you are incomplete without our products. With their marketing techniques, brands trick you to buy more and more and more. There is no problem with consumption, but the concern must raise when it comes to compulsory consumption. The global storage market was valued at $53.1 billion in 2018. The storage industry is basically where you can rent a garage to store the goods which cannot be fitted in your house. What that simply means is people are buying so much that they need extra space to store them.
Wings, better with Pepsi.
Obesity rates have been rising so quickly because there is no restrictions on the brand of how they promote their product. Consumption is necessary, but unnecessary consumption is a disaster. In a capitalistic society, you have the ability to dream. We dream of being futuristic like Elon Musk or building a legendary brand like Steve Jobs. But what if you were born in a socialist or communist country? There it gets really hard to have big ambitions. Why is America called the land of dreams? Because of the economy and the laws allow people to start with nothing and climb up to the top. A big reason why America won the Cold War over Russia was because of the different economies. In the Soviet Union, when most of the sectors were dominated by the government, America promoted privatization and private companies saw a boom. And as we all know today, how American companies dominate the world. But there is also a darker reality. Yes, we have the freedom to start a business. But these giant big monopolies have so much funds for their marketing, it is really hard for a small business to even survive in this heavy, competent market, let alone making profits. And there's a very common phase in capitalism: acquire or get acquired. When a big company feels that a smaller company is rising and can be a competition, it's just simply acquire it to eliminate the competition. And that's why Facebook acquired WhatsApp and Instagram. We have the freedom to start a business, but do we really have the freedom to grow it? Capitalistic ideologies fits the best to a democratic framework. Other economic systems have given rise to communism or dictatorship in some cases, but never did capitalism. But here's the darker side. When corporations become too large, they fund the political parties if they feel their businesses would benefit from it on the cost of the loss of normal people. Getting a piece of land which was in the hands of the government, or permission to cut more trees for the resources. This can be catastrophic. Finally, here comes the most interesting part. Capitalism, boon or curse? Here's the thing you need to understand. Capitalism is not the perfect economy. It still has flaws, but it is the best option out there. Because if you compare it with its counterparts like socialism or communism, capitalism has shown the best results in the history. But what are your thoughts? Make sure you share in the comments. And if you feel you have got some value after watching this video, then consider subscribing.